It's Monday. Time flies when you are having fun, isn't it? So today, guys, I wanted to talk to you, to those of you who have never trained before, and you just keep asking me like, where can I start from? What should I do? How can I actually train? Um, if you never trained before, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where your age is. Or if you trained very little, or if you trained like 30 years ago, okay? What happens is that regardless of your age, your body's gonna go through a shock when you start training again, okay? I want to make that very clear, because everybody seems to be afraid of getting sore, or training excessively, or forcing the body, or suffering some kind of crazy ass muscle overstretching and everything that can cross your mind, okay? Yes, there is a risk of injury when you train, but at the same time, there is a risk of injury when you just walk up and down the stairs, or when you sit on the toilet and you might trip over and hit your head on the edge of the toilet. So if you want to talk about risks, and if you want to talk about, the uncertainty of life, well, then there are many things we can talk about it, and none of them are actually related to fitness and nutrition. So don't use that as sort of an excuse to never train, or to never make a change to your life, because we already established that you haven't actually trained much to actually make a change to your life. Okay, so in the light of that, I wanna refer to three main things that happen when you actually decide to make a change to your life. And those three things, I know each and every one of you are actually going through it. I just don't know if you ever acknowledged it the way I'm going to present it to you right now. I'm going to talk about your body, I'm going to talk about your mind, and I'm going to talk about your environment, because these three things are the main cause, or I should say, these three things determine if you're actually going to succeed or if you're going to fail in your transformation journey. I know it sounds crazy, but let's talk about your environment first. And I was personally shocked myself when I realized that actually my environment, the same people who've been telling me my whole life that I need to, be healthier, lose weight, start training, do something for myself, these same people, once I actually started taking action, were telling me that I'm taking too much action. Were telling me that perhaps I need to take, to step back a little bit. That perhaps I train too much, or perhaps I eat too healthy, or perhaps I'm too committed, or perhaps I lost too much weight. And they wouldn't understand this new person that I was, this new commitment that I had regarding my transformation journey. So my environment, from a very supportive environment, oh, go ahead, do it, we need you to be better and feel better by yourself. My environment went from that kind of attitude to actually, why am I doing this? I'm overdoing it. I should have never taken action in the first place, and so forth. And it's crazy because you feel, you're sure that these people love you, and you're sure that these people want the best for you, and you're sure that, it's your closest friend and your closest family, and you're having no doubts regarding their care for you, if you want to call it that. And yet, there comes a point in your life when you are actually starting to doubt all this support. And it just makes you think like, is it something that I'm doing wrong, or is them the problem? And from my experience, they are the problem. And why am I saying that? The minute you start exercising, regardless of what kind of exercise you want to do, we're gonna jump into that in a second. But the minute you start exercising, what happens is that you're going to have to dedicate a certain amount of time to that. Even if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 3 times per week, 5 times per week, 6 times per week, it doesn't matter. You will have to dedicate time to your training, which means that you're going to change your schedule, you're going to change your routines, you're going to have less time for people around you, okay? Your priorities are going to shift because now you have less time, so you need to, prioritize better. Okay, my kids, my husband, my mom, whatever, my nephews, my nieces, whatever, they go first, and then it's everybody else. So there will be these changes in your attitude, and the way your environment most likely is going to perceive you is as you becoming arrogant, is you becoming cocky, is you becoming self-absorbed, is you becoming selfish, and so forth. You get my point, okay? They're going to use the worst adjectives they can find to actually describe you and your actions and your new attitude towards life. And that indeed is very unfortunate, and it's very painful to acknowledge that the same people who supposedly love you the most and support you the most and want the best for you, right now they're in a position where they're telling you, start taking time for yourself and come back to taking care of myself, of that person, or of somebody else's kids, or of somebody else's dog, or whatever kind of chores or favors you're doing to people around you. So they're going to have this attitude against you and against your changes, not because what you're doing is wrong, but because they cannot get used to the new you. And what I discovered is, in the beginning I would get hurt by this kind of attitude. And I remember this day in particular, I was going gym, and normally I would go gym around 7-8 a.m. and I would be there for like 2 to 3 hours. I wasn't training continuously for 2-3 hours, but I would just be there, chat with people, sit for a coffee, talk to the trainers. I would engage because that was my new world. Anyway, and I was getting close to the end of these 3 hours, and a friend rings me up and he's like, let's go have a coffee or breakfast. And I'm like, dude, it's like 10 o'clock. Like, I'm ready for my lunch. I've already been up since like 5 a.m. I've already been gym for hours. I'm ready for lunch if you're interested in that. However, I need another hour to get ready because, I need to bath and everything else. And my friend is like, he's like, you know what, all you care about is gym, and all you care about is your freaking discipline, and all you care about is like investing time in yourself. I barely get to see you, and I'm just like not okay with everything that's happening. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not okay? You are the same person who's been telling me since I was 16 to the age of 22. So that's 6 years. You're the person who's been telling me for 6 years, almost every day of my life, that I'm so amazing and I'm so smart, and that I need to lose weight in order to reveal my full potential, in order to take advantage of the opportunities that life has to offer. Because according to my friend, because I was fat, I couldn't take advantage of these opportunities. They wouldn't present themselves to me because I'm fat, and life doesn't give many opportunities to to fat people, according to my friend's view. Anyway, so he went from that kind of attitude, 6 years of bullying me constantly that I need to make a change, or let's say nagging me constantly that I need to make a change, then I make the change, and he goes against me. And it hurt, it hurt a lot. It made me doubt my actions. It made me doubt what I was doing. It made me doubt if I'm on the right path, if I'm following the right purpose. It just made me doubt myself. And that's when I realized, you know what? People who are truly by my side, they're going to be by my side continuously, okay? I'm not going to have to push them away, or they're not going to have to get themselves out from my life. What's going to happen is that slowly over time, they're just simply not going to have a space in my life anymore. And that's exactly what happened, okay? I have so many friends and I have so many relatives that I haven't talked with in freaking ages. And that's simply because they just can't understand the new me, who I am now, and how I prioritize my life and how I take care of everything in my life. And their failure to understand me just made them get out from my life. As simple as that. They just went out. That's it. So when you are making a change to your life, okay, again, regardless of the kind of exercise you decide to do, regardless of the amount of time you decide to invest in your exercising, the minute you decide to make this kind of change, your environment is going to react. Your mom is going to complain that you don't visit her as often. The only people who are not going to complain, and you're not going to believe this, from my experience of working with so many moms, the only people who never complain about the changes that mom go through is their kids, or are their kids. I'm serious. Every mom who has a kiddo who's like 8, 10, 12, a little bit older, kids who can understand, children who can understand, and they're more like teenagers. And they're telling me how their kids are so supportive of their choice, and how proud they are that their mama is taking time to themselves, because kids are the only one who can see that you are tired and you are overworked and you are drained, and kids want you to be happy, and kids want you to have a good life. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing how the last persons you think of to be supportive of your journey is exactly your kids. Like that's just crazy. That just shows you the level at which your kids actually know you, and who truly are the people who care about you in this life, That's what it comes down to. Like, don't be sad if your environment reacts to you taking time to yourself. Secondly, your mind. Man, your mind is a big thing, okay? When you start a transformation journey, when you start training, when you start making healthier choices for yourself, everything is gonna be like, yeah, first day I'm doing this, I'm owning it. Give me nutrition, training, anything you want. I own this shit. Second day you wake up, you're a little bit sore, it's alright. I will still watch what I'm eating throughout the day. Give me the next workout. You're doing the next workout. Okay, this one hurts a little bit more. My soreness has been a little bit difficult to cope with my soreness today. I got it. By the end of the week, if you're lucky to get to the end of the week, that's where it all ends. That's it. You are done. Your motivation is gone. Your body is aching. You see no reason why you would do this. Your family hates you. You don't have time to clean the house. You don't have time to cook. You don't have time to run your errands. You don't have time to do anything anymore. And everything seems to be working against you. The self-sabotage is right there and is doing amazing, okay? Your mind don't want you to change. Your mind is going to bring out all the failures that you ever had, all the bad memories that you ever had, all the bad experiences that you ever had in the past, because your mind doesn't want you to change. Because when you change, you take control over your life, you take control over your body, you take control over your mind, and your mind doesn't want that. It wants to be in charge. It wants to lead you by negative emotions, and it wants you to feel like a failure. It wants you to be focused on your weaknesses rather than your strengths. Because when you feel good, when you have self-confidence, when you feel amazing, when you look amazing, when you take care of yourself, when you are in good health, you're going to be in full control of your life. And full control of your life means that everything else that's been negative in your life, throughout your life, is just going to, go away, be shut down somewhere. You close it, that's it, you're done. You are a completely new person with a complete new attitude to life. And your mind is going to self-sabotage your transformation, your decision to actually train. Is going to build up all sort of excuses like, oh, I'm being selfish, oh, I should spend more time with my kids, oh, I'm neglecting my husband, oh, I have a job, I'm not investing enough time in my job, or enough thought or enough effort in whatever you're doing, okay? And every day your mind is going to come up with excuses for you to give up on who you are, what you do, and what you stand for right now, the new you. That's why it's so freaking important for you not to give up on yourself, okay? And just once you make the decision to do it, just do it. Ignore your mind, ignore what he's telling you, ignore the way he's trying to literally just take control over this new experience, okay? And my third point, third factor, if I can call it that, I want to talk about your body, okay? If you haven't trained in a long time, or if you never trained before, your body is going to go in shock, okay? You're going to be sore, you're going to be aching, everything is going to hurt, breathing is going to hurt, laughing is going to hurt, sitting on the toilet is going to hurt, laying down in bed is going to hurt, everything is going to hurt, okay? Everything is going to hurt, and it's normal. And then you're gonna start wondering, like, is it my body? Is it like, is it falling apart? I'm not able to do this. I'm not ready to do this. I have pains. I have aches. What's happening? Do I need to see a doctor? Is this normal? Did I stretch a muscle? Do I have an injury? Are you bored yet? I know I am. Okay? Like everything else that you try new in your life, your muscles need to, the same way you need to adapt to a new routine, the same way your muscles, your fibers need to adapt, okay? If they've never been subject to strong impulses, to often the intensity of the impulse, the frequency of the impulses, your fibers are not used to that, and they need time to get used to it. And in the process of getting used to it, guess what's going to happen? It's going to hurt. It's normal. The muscle goes through transformations when you train, and then in the recovery process, you're going to experience soreness. And the worst soreness is going to actually come around 48 hours after your training, okay? It's not immediately, it's not the next day, it's 2 days later when it's going to hit really, really hard. So don't allow, because what's going to happen is your body is going to hurt, your mind is going to get that message and be like, oh shit, it hurts. What should I do now? Oh, okay, maybe I should stop training. It's not right for me. It's not the right kind of exercise. I am in pain. What should I do? It's not all right. No, that's bullshit. You want to stick to it. You want to get it done, and you want to make sure that whatever you're doing is actually benefiting you, and you know deep down that you made the right call, and you know that your mind, your body, and your environment must not stop you from actually changing your life and training. This time is for serious, okay? Okay, so now let's talk about the actual training, where to start with, how to do it. Okay, if you manage to understand that your mind, your body, and your environment are going to put pressure on you to actually give up on your training and whatever change you want to make, I guarantee you, if you understand this, you got it. You got it. You are ready to go and pick up any kind of exercise you want and get it done. Now, the thing is that my advice is for you to start with cardio, okay? I know there's this general belief that cardio doesn't give results and stuff like that, and I agree. If you go on a treadmill or whatever cardio machine you want, and you just you ride it or walk on it or whatever you're doing on the cardio machine for like freaking 1 hour without dropping one single drop of sweat, then you're not doing the right thing. Then whatever you're doing is called being lazy, wasting time, and never ever getting any sort of results, okay? You need to train at 60-70% of your max. Your heart rate needs to be high, okay? Only then you're actually going to be getting results. Only then you're going to be burning fat. Only then you're going to be improving your respiratory system. Only then you're going to improve your stamina, and you're going to improve your resistance, and it's going to make a difference to your body. And I'm not necessarily talking here about weight loss, but it's going to strengthen your body. It's going to give you high level of energy. It's going to help you produce and release the right kind of hormones. Is going to start balancing your body. So don't be so focused on inches and pounds in the first 2-3 weeks, okay? All you have to do is get your body and your mind used to the new routine, used to the fact that now you are ready to train, and you're gonna do whatever it takes for you to actually get it done. So in the first 2 to 3 weeks, I would advise interval training, okay? Like 1 minute you're going slowly, 1 minute you're going fast, or 2 minutes you're going slowly, 1 minute you're going fast. Whatever it is, just find your pace, okay? Find your pace, because two people who never trained before, they're different, okay? Their bodies are different. Somebody can have a better resistance. Somebody can have more muscle mass. Somebody might have more fat. Somebody might have a better heart or a better respiratory system. So all these things, they make a difference, okay? So just because two people, they never trained before, it doesn't mean that both of them need to approach training, exercising, cardio, whatever you want to call it, the same way, okay? So my advice is this: start with interval training, find a pace that actually works for you, make sure that your heart is beating fast, make sure that your heart is pumping out from that chest, make sure that you're sweating, and do it for 20 minutes, 30 minutes per day. Don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, you're going to give up. You're going to be like, it hurts too much, fuck this shit, it's not for me, why am I doing this? Your mind is going to create the excuses, and you're going to give up. So what you want to bring balance in your life, okay? So start with cardio. If you do 20-30 minutes, then start by doing it 5 times per week, okay? If you're doing 1 hour, well, then do it 3-4 times per week. And you want to start there. And after 2-3 weeks, after you feel like, okay, your confidence is a little bit back, your resistance is back, you feel like, okay, you are more confident in your ability to actually do exercises, what's going to happen now? You have 2 options here, okay? Here you are actually faced with 2 options. After 2-3 weeks of doing cardio by yourself, interval training, you have 2 options: to get yourself an amazing freaking coach, or to try and do it by yourself and fail. And I'm serious, like I'm super serious, okay? When you are sick, you go and see a freaking doctor, okay? When you are sick, you go and buy drugs to fix yourself, okay? If you have a broken leg, you're gonna put a cast on that leg and make sure that it heals properly. If you are depressed, you're gonna go and see a counselor for that. So if you want to lose weight, the same principle applies. You need to go to professionals. You need to go to somebody who can actually help you, somebody who can show you the way. If nutrition and training was that simple as everybody tends to believe, well then obesity wouldn't be the #1 cause of death in this world. Especially in developed countries where access to information is so wide, where the market is full of health advisors and of fitness trainers. Like, what the fuck? Seriously. So instead of thinking that you can do everything by yourself, my advice is to actually find yourself a coach, a good one, a freaking good one. As I said, the market is full of knowledgeable people, but not all of them are brilliant. Not all of them are committed to their clients. Not all of them are in the game to actually change your life. Most of them are just there because they like fitness, or because there was nothing else for them to do, or because, you know, they can make some nice money from this and look good at the same time. So you want to get a coach who's actually going to make a change to your life. And you don't want to go for that kind of program where you just put some details in on a website and then you receive a PDF file and that's it, is done. Like, follow through the images, do your training at home. You don't want to go for that kind of bullshit. That kind of bullshit will put anybody off. I've been training for 8 years and I've never done that shit, and I cannot do that shit. To look at a fucking image, do what's in the image for like freaking 30 seconds to a minute by myself in the house, and then use the phone as well to make sure that, you know, I'm timing it right. And that's bullshit, okay? Nobody wants to go for that kind of thing. So what you want to do, you want to pick a very personable, should I call it, kind of program. You want to work with somebody, okay, in person, online, whatever your choice is. But you want to make sure that that coach is going to deliver results, and you want to make sure that that coach is going to give you full support and is going to be in touch with you 24/7, okay? That coach or his team or whoever you choose to work with, okay? If you have a question, somebody is going to answer it. If you have a meltdown and you're like, shit, I'm going to eat this pizza, and they're like, no, let me call my coach, let me call my trainer, and let me share my feelings and see what advice I can get. You want to make sure that you have access to this person. You want to make sure that you have access to a team of people who are going to support you in your struggle, okay? And you want to make sure that you are training properly, and you want to make sure that you enjoy the training, and you want to make sure that you actually have the correct form, because that's going to keep you injury free and that's going to give you results. And these things are really important, because, you know, I coach them all the time and I see all sort of personal trainers doing all sort of things with those clients, and I'm like, man, I don't know how come these people are not hurt yet, or I don't know how come these people are still paying for something which I highly doubt delivers any sort of results, because those things cannot possibly deliver results, but only injury. So you want to make sure that whoever you choose to work with is going to be worthy of your time, is going to be worthy of your money, and is going to care for you to actually get results. Now, what kind of training do you want to go for? You want to go for high intensity training, short sessions, 15, 20, 25 minutes top, because your body is still in transition. So if you start lifting weights straight away, you're going to be super sore, you're going to give up, you're not going to know how to recover, you're not going to know how to actually take care of your body in order to make sure that you keep it in one piece throughout this whole process. So start with cardio interval training, build the resistance, move into high intensity workouts where you're mostly building your confidence here, and you are starting to build, to engage your muscles more, all right? So you want to learn recovery techniques, you want to learn the correct form, you want to work out that's going to entertain you, to keep you active, to keep you alive, to keep you engaged, to keep you in the game. You don't want to look at a fucking picture and be like, what am I supposed to do now? What is this position? What is it called? For how long? And then instead of actually training, you literally like reading a freaking book on how to follow through your workout, okay? So be very careful with whatever you're going to get out there. Obviously, my recommendation is, work with me. Go to my website, superheromom.co.uk. I have an amazing 8-week home workout there, and I take you from like a very low level of fitness to a very high level of fitness, and I talk you through the sessions, and I explain to you how to do it, and I just, I advise you throughout, and I make it very easy for you. It's the video kind of workout, so all you have to do is just click on it and do it. You don't need to think, when is my break coming? How am I going to perform this exercise? Oh, I'm doing it by myself in the living room, I'm getting bored. I'm with you on the screen. You shake it, I shake it. I shake it, you shake it, okay? Like, it's happening. Shit is getting done. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, find something interactive. Find something where you get explanations. Find something that's going to actually deliver results and keep you injury free. Because that's the most important one. Trust me. If you never had a sport-related injury, you don't know how frustrating it is to be on a transformation journey, to do freaking amazing, And then suddenly, boom, you get an injury and that's the end of it. Like, that's the end of it. You're just gonna give up on everything, okay? So you don't want to do that. My 8-week home workout, you can find it on superheromom.co.uk. Highly recommend it, highly recommend it for you. And not because it is my program, but seriously, it's the most comprehensive program you can find. And the reason being is because myself, as you guys know, I've been struggling my whole life. I've been looking for a solution to my problem and I couldn't find it. And because I couldn't find it, I went ahead and I created my own solution. And now I'm sharing my solution with you. That's all I'm doing, okay? Changing one life at a time. Okay, so my last point is this. You need to commit for at least 8 to 12 weeks, okay? If you never trained before, or if it's been fucking ages since you trained, what you want to do is you want to give it 8 to 12 weeks. If you want to feel results, if you want to feel improved levels of energy, improved fitness overall, if you want to feel the benefits of training, if you want to approach a new life and a new lifestyle, you need to give it at least 8 to 12 weeks. If you do it for 1 week and you can't tell me that this is not for me, you are lying. You are fooling yourself. You are allowing your mind to take control over your transformation. If 2 weeks into it, you come and tell me that, you know what, I'm fed up with this interval training, I'm not losing inches, bullshit. Is your mind again, because I told you not to care about inches. I told you not to care about pounds. In the first few weeks, all you gotta do is commit and show up. You have to overcome the mental barriers and take control over your body. That's what the transformation journey is about in the first couple of weeks. It's not about inches, it's not about pounds. There's no point in losing weight if you are the same miserable freaking woman who's lacking confidence, who's lacking control, who's lacking freaking happiness and the ability to use her strengths to create a brilliant freaking life, okay? So don't worry about the pounds. The focus has to be on you changing your mindset and on you getting control over your life, over your schedule, over your freaking priorities, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. That's me for today. Thank you so much for being with me today. It's been freaking fantastic to be able to share all this with you. Okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot. How to be a fit mom. How to be a fit mom. How to be a fit mom. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is my very first book, How to be a Fit Mom, 15 Steps to Have It All. I have a few copies left and I'm giving them out for free. All you have to cover is the shipping fee, which is, I believe, like £3.95, which is cheaper than a Costa coffee or a Starbucks coffee. I know you moms are drinking coffee. Don't lie to me, okay? All you have to do is invest £3.95 in this book and you are going to get the most brilliant information on how to actually change your mindset and how to regain control over your life. I'm not putting you on a diet. I'm not giving you a workout plan. I'm helping you change your mindset so then you can make the best decisions for your life, for your body, for your spirit, for your mind, for your heart, for everything that you are and you stand for, okay? Should I finish it by reading you guys a paragraph from my book? Would you guys love that? Yes! Let's do that. Okay, let me just get a paragraph. Okay. The reason why I didn't do it right, losing weight, is not because I didn't know how to necessarily or that I wanted quick results. I chose hardcore ways of losing weight because I had to punish myself for my extra weight. I had to suffer in this process of changing my body. And that's exactly the reason why you have failed before too. Your pain is manipulating you into making the worst decisions for weight loss. With free instant access to all kinds of information, nutrition, diets, blogs on how to, there is no excuse to still be obese. Unless the inner you is too damaged to take the lead and guide you into a beautiful life. Wanting to be better, look better, and grow as a person is a natural desire for most people. Okay, you can see, guys, what this book is about, okay? It's about you understanding why you have made poor decisions in the past and what kind of action is required of you right now in order to make the best decisions so you can live at your full freaking potential. How to be a fit mom. The link is in the description. Go get it now. I think that's all that I have left. So if I were you, I would hurry up. Okay, that's it, guys, for today. Thank you so much for being with me. It's been great, amazing. And I'll see you guys soon.